Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Brand Out, where we talk all things branding. Today we're going to do a deep dive into color psychology and why brands use it and how they're tricking your brain by using these certain colors. I am here with my best friend, Kallee Hobum. Hi,
Hello.
Kallee.
Hello.
So, Kallee, you were on the episode before, but why don't you just give a little bit of your own background and why you are so good at being in this episode about colors?
Hi, I'm Kallee Hobum. I have worked previously with Beth, and now I'm a freelancer for AZ. I think I'm great to talk about colors. You wouldn't know it now because I'm wearing black and my home is monochromatic, but I love getting started with a new brand and figuring out the colors that work best for them and what is really going to engage their audience. And it's just a passion, creating the color palette and all of that stuff to engage your audience.
So one thing that people don't realize is how important color actually is when it comes to your brand. It's one of those things that I think people like to forget about. When you see a logo, you're like, okay, well, I want to make sure it has this icon and this symbolism, and I want to have this kind of text, and all those things are so important. But color is one of the first things that your brain recognizes before it even reads the text.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a starting point when you come up with a new brand. How do you want your client base to feel when they see your brand as a whole?
So basically, what you're not realizing is colors have a huge influence on you. And within the first 90 seconds of seeing something, you are registering the color before you register the text. And all of those colors are giving you an emotion that once you start paying attention to it, you might catch on to, but it's not something that's obvious to your brain, if that makes any sense.
No, it totally does, because it's something that is so on the back end of everything. But to be totally honest, it's in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is the first thing that you truly notice about a brand. And how, like I said, how it makes you feel in that entire environment of what you're about to experience.
Yeah. So actually, a fun fact is, so within 90 seconds of looking at something, your brain registers 90% of that based on color. So your influence of the color you choose for your brand is so, so important. And we actually, if you ever watch anything, you will hear the way that we push and hone in on the importance of consistency. Mm-hmm. And we're always like, we need you, when you pick colors, use those colors over and over and over and over again. And we're not just saying this because we think that colors are pretty. It's because it's recognizable and it's what's getting your brand out there in what people are seeing first. And then they're like, oh, I see the color green. I immediately think Starbucks.
Yeah. I see the color red. I think McDonald's or like Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Right?
And they're powerhouses when it comes to their branding because they follow all these rules and they understand the psychology of it.
Yeah. That's exactly right. You have to stay consistent with it. And that's along all of what you do, right? Your logo, your brochures, anything, business cards, the consistency of it is huge, and keeping those colors.
So you mentioned two different things. You said Coca-Cola, and what was the other one you said?
McDonald's.
Okay. Yep. So it's interesting that you start with those ones because red, the psychology behind red is that it can make you hungry. And there is proven stats to this. They've done studies on it. It truly is something that can entice hunger. And it's also, red is a very powerful color. It's an exciting color. And so a lot of restaurants are using red because they're tricking your brain into wanting to eat there. And yellow is also another color that you see with fast food, and that's because it's inviting. So now they made you hungry and they're inviting you in. So McDonald's is like killing it in this game.
And it's recognizable.
And it's so recognizable.
Yep. It goes right back to they're creating this emotion with you, or hunger, mm-hmm. right? And then they're staying consistent with it, which is another huge part of it.
Well, and McDonald's is not the only restaurant that does this. Almost all of them. If you stop and think about it, you've got Wendy's,
red,
Burger King.
Yep.
Right? Burger King's got yellow and red in it. And then KFC does. If you just sit and think about Chick-fil-A does it.
Yep.
Fun fact, never actually had Chick-fil-A before.
Well, you're missing out.
They must not have had good enough branding for me, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Actually, I have tried to go there one time and it was on a Sunday.
Oh.
Right? They're closed
Yep.
Sundays. Was that what it was?
Sundays.
Totally was what it was.
Yep.
So basically, these are people who have done the research and they are picking these colors to bring you in. And guess what? It's working.
Yep.
It's totally working.
Mm-hmm.
Another color that's really interesting and you see a lot of companies use is blue. So, Kallee, what kind of emotions does blue evoke for you?
Calm,
Professional,
professional. Yeah. Yep.
trustworthy.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I feel like law firm. I tend to see like a lot of law firms using like a blue.
I also feel like if you think about maybe like a massage place,
Oh, yeah.
like wellness will use it.
Yeah.
A lot of hospitals use blue.
Well, yeah. Yep.
Because it feels, I mean, blue is my favorite color. And I'm wearing it right now. If you looked at any of my objects in my life, my phone case is blue, my book bag is blue, like
Bridesmaids dresses,
bridesmaids
blue.
dresses, blue. Everything in my life is blue. And maybe because I need that calming presence.
Well,
but it's also a very welcoming color.
Yeah.
I think that it's not necessarily, I wouldn't say a neutral. Neutral is more so like earth tones to me, but it's I feel like it can go with so many color palettes. It's such a good supporting color.
Yeah. Yep. It absolutely is. Can we please talk about your favorite or most recognizable brand that does a color fantastic? Like the color combo? Like let's figure it out.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
We're going to not go into the one who does it well. Okay, actually, they do it well, but I don't love it.
Okay, I'll take that.
Planet Fitness.
Oh, so recognizable. So recognizable. Yes. Yikes.
So,
I agree. They do it well, but I don't love it.
So Planet Fitness, it's honestly marketing genius. They picked purple, which means purple is a very creative, inviting, luxury color, with yellow, which is exciting, also a welcoming color, energetic. Yep. These are colors that are not typical when you walk into the fitness world.
No.
And they're doing it because they're saying everybody's welcome here. And I mean, literally, it is so smart. They're doing, and they plaster it everywhere. You see purple and yellow,
you think Planet Fitness.
Every machine in there, the walls, their branding, it's all purple and yellow. And they're saying with those colors, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you come from, you are welcome here, and you're going to thrive in this environment.
Yeah.
But a typical gym, I feel like when I think of a gym, I think like black and red. A little more hardcore.
And I think neutrals, right? Like Pilates, like greens and tans and maybe a little bit of black. But yeah.
But what's so cool about that is that is the vibe that these gyms are going for.
Oh, you 100% get the feeling like of those gyms just based on when you walk in there, the colors that they're using. Like, is the environment going to be calming? Yeah. Is it going to be like wild and chaotic and energetic? You know,
well, when you're doing Pilates, you don't want the gym bros around. So you want to go to a place that feels relaxing,
where you can like close your eyes and
be at one with
deeply.
Your body, all these things. But then you have, so like that's when you're using the Zen colors. You're using the neutrals that are calming tones. But then you have these other gyms that are using like hardcore black and red and like a bright green. And if like black is a color that is powerful.
Yep.
And so this is for the gym bros. These are the people who are like so confident in themselves. They're going to go out there and they're going to kick butt, and they're like, they know what they're doing and they fit in that environment.
Yeah. But Planet Fitness,
yes,
you've got people who want to go, who don't want to spend a ton of money, but still want to start at the gym or figure it out. Or maybe they've been going to the gym for a long time and Planet Fitness just works for them. Whatever it is, it's like the all is welcome. They've got it going on 100%.
And even though it totally is working. They're doing a great job with it. I hate it.
I can't stand it.
It's so overstimulating when you walk into there. There's 400,000 TVs going with every news station or cooking show, or like you don't even know where to look when you walk in there.
And everything is that color.
Yes.
Everything. The table of the person who's standing to go in, the machines, the doors, the trim, everything. It's like, okay, can something be a neutral?
But it works. Obviously, we established that it works. But I feel like the other reason it's working is because people are not paying attention to who's like the other person next to them working out, because they're so overstimulated. They're just like, I got to do my workout.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the intention.
Well, I mean, that's a gym I want to go to because I always feel like everybody's staring, right?
I actually just literally a couple days ago switched from Planet Fitness to a more calming atmosphere.
Yeah.
And so I just switched to one that it is more neutral, it's more open, it's quiet, and but I think that's where I'm at with my workout journey, is that I want it to be a little bit more calm. I'm not trying to like gain all this muscle. I just want to go to a Pilates class and enjoy it.
For sure.
And so it's just so interesting when you start paying attention to the way that colors are around you. It all starts to make sense.
And it all affects you in ways that you don't even register. It's affecting you.
100%. Think about your home. I mean, we all have different styles.
Yep.
But when you walk into a home that has like a lot of wood tones, earth tones, like do you feel maybe you feel a bit more comfortable? It's a little bit more homey.
I do.
But then you also have like the trend right now is like this wide open, bright white style
with black trim everywhere.
Yeah, and I think it looks beautiful, and you feel when you walk in there, you feel clean. Like you feel like this is a place that is stylish, is clean, but also it's maybe not as inviting.
Yeah.
That might be a personal opinion as well, but it's just when you think about your home, think about the houses you visit.
Yep.
What kind of a vibe do you feel when you walk into them? And they're all influenced by the colors that people are choosing.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. I mean, you know me. I like my monochromatic, and to me, wood is something that calms me, right?
Yeah.
And so most of the color that I have in my house is just different types of wood.
Would you say it's your favorite?
Oh my gosh. And that's a Beth joke, folks. But yeah, I truly do feel like it not only affects you in your everyday life of the products and the things that you're choosing, but it also affects you at home and with the things that, you do in your at-home life and how you like to experience that.
So are there any colors that we haven't talked about? Well, I'm sure there's lots of colors we haven't talked about. Green?
Well, we kind of did calming and...
Well, okay, so green has a few different things. Once again, green is a very, it's kind of a neutral, natural. You feel like it's earthy.
Very earthy.
But it also means like growth. That's why a lot of times you'll see, like when I think of green, for one, I said Starbucks, but also I think Huntington. That's the bank I use.
Oh, yes.
They utilize green so good. I actually adore their branding.
They do a really good job.
And it's not even a color that I think I would never think that I would love being plastered everywhere as well, but they do it good.
Yeah, because it's like their accent, but it's also their main color. So like it's really kind of
they're
cool
not overusing it.
They're not overusing it. Yeah, and so it's really neat how they utilize it for sure.
So we talked about green, we talked about red. We haven't really talked about white. White is a super. I mean, obviously most brands include a white in their color palette because it's so versatile. But white can mean a lot of very different things. We kind of talked about with houses, but white is clean. White is something that people use for that's pure. It can be used for for some reason I'm thinking like a cotton, laundry, a cotton commercial where it's soft and what else when you think of white?
I don't know. I think of a wedding dress.
Haley's really stuck on wedding right now because we're getting married here shortly.
I know, but I'm so excited.
What's up?
I guess I don't really know. I agree with you. I feel like laundry and that kind of like cleaning products because I do feel like white means clean.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, toothpaste. Like
for sure.
Like
for
dental.
Sure.
Dental. I don't know. Dental.
That just made me laugh. So basically, if there's anything you can take from what we're talking about right now is pay attention to the colors that you're using for your brand. What is it saying to your customers? Don't just put it as a second thought. Because like I said, a color is something that people are recognizing before they're even seeing your logo. When they see a color, they're automatically running through their brain of what company that could be. And if you have a nice color palette and you are really honing in on it and using it for everything, you're going to slowly become more recognizable.
Absolutely.
And you're going to become top of mind for people. And also you want to pick a color that's going to evoke the right emotion from your clients.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree with that because as you're like going through that, I'm thinking there's a lot of people who pick their color brand or their color palette based on like, ooh, I like to go to the beach. And that is something that I like to do. So let's go with like a beachy.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that that's the color palette that you should pick for your brand.
That's a really good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like a lot of people don't necessarily think of their brand and how the colors are going to invoke the emotions. They just want their brand to mean something to them. And you have to also yes, you want it to mean something to you, but you want it to invoke those emotions with your clients because they're going to be the ones that are experiencing it.
It has to resonate with them.
Absolutely.
And it has to resonate with the industry that you're in. You know, you don't typically see like a makeup brand running with black advertising.
Yeah.
Because that's heavy.
Yeah.
When you think about makeup, you know, you want it to feel bright and light.
Light and airy.
Yeah.
And,
most of them are, they really hone in on that, like the pinks.
Yep.
And it works.
And it works.
I mean, I am guilty of buying a product based on the color of what it is or the packaging of it.
Oh, 100%. If it's got good packaging, sold.
Yes. I was walking through Target. That's just like a given, right?
Yeah.
I'm going through the products. I'm looking for something. I literally stopped in my tracks and I was like, oh, that's real cute.
Yeah.
And like they thought this through. And before even looking anything up about it, I bought it.
Yep.
And it was like a shampoo thing. And I bought it.
Yeah.
because I was like,
the colors were good. The brand was good.
And I don't know if everyone does that. Maybe that's just a designer situation where I'm like, oh, they killed it on this marketing.
Yeah.
And so then that's when I want to do it.
Well, you know, we all get influenced.
Yeah. See, and it's happening when you don't even realize it.
Yeah, totally.
Before we wrap this all up, I'm going to play a little game with Kallee. And this is just going to help show how you don't even realize you are associating colors with everything in your life. So I'm going to just say a bunch of random objects and subjects and just all these random things, and you're going to say the color that comes in your mind. Okay. My very first one, math.
Red.
No, it's not.
My math book was red. What do you mean? Yes?
Blue.
Okay.
She's wrong. Blue. Like, when I'm doing like my folder system when I'm in high school, math is blue. Okay, science.
Green.
Obviously. Okay, we can agree on that one. Obviously. Okay. Summer.
Yellow.
Ice cream.
Blue. Again, I don't know. I think of blue. Ice cream.
You like going Blue Moon here?
I do like Blue Moon. I do.
Is that what you get when you go get ice cream?
I mean, the kids always get blue, like Superman ice cream, Blue Moon.
My mind immediately went to Superman. I don't even pick it. Like, that's not a flavor I would pick.
Well, I feel like that's a recognizable ice cream.
That's a really good point. And it has all the colors.
It does.
Okay. Love.
Red.
Passion, all of these things. There's a reason why
100%.
So many people are using red.
Yeah.
Fear.
Black.
Oh,
I don't know. So deep.
I'm telling you these, but a color came to your mind, right?
It did. Like, yeah.
Okay, confidence.
Purple.
Oh,
I don't know why, but that's what I thought of.
Okay, social media.
Like blue.
Like
Facebook. Yeah,
that's fair. Okay, the future.
Green. I don't know
why. The future's green?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's totally silver in my mind. It's like technology.
Oh.
But yours is like probably growth and...
Yeah. No, I like that.
Okay, fun. All right. Energy.
Green.
Okay, apparently we don't have the same opinion about colors.
What's yours?
Energy is like orange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Silence.
White.
Oh, okay.
Noise.
White noise. That wouldn't be silence, Kallee.
Oh, yeah. I mean, good point. Okay.
Okay, shopping.
Red.
Okay.
Target. I don't know.
Oh, okay. See, but that's a brand that is doing really well, and they use their color so good. That's why you thought of it.
I know. That's what I thought of instantly.
Okay, technology.
Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue,
like
silver.
It's like blue.
I'm seeing a whole color palette when
I kind of see
up.
like those like blue waves, you know, or like binary code that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's just what I think of.
There's no wrong answers here, except for math is not red. Okay. Let's go. Last one. Speed.
Speed?
Like the speed of light. A speedy car.
Orange. I don't know. Orange with black stripes.
Oh, like racing. You went
race
racing.
Car.
I keep seeing like flames.
Well,
red and orange.
Oh yeah, red orange. Okay, I think that's a perfect color. Red orange.
Red orange.
I didn't know we could do those colors.
You can pick any colors you want.
Okay, red orange, absolutely.
Okay, that was my list. That was, I mean, I literally chatted a list to get, and that's what we were doing.
Well, that was fantastic. And you're right. I mean, some of them we agree, and some we disagree. Red.
We'll fight about this later.
Okay.
But as you can see, color is, for one, it's everywhere. You are influenced by it. It has a meaning behind it. There's so much more to it, and it's something that you should be paying attention to. And at the end of the day, it's going to help your brand get recognized. And what do you want to be recognized for? So these are things that you need to think about when you are doing a new brand for yourself. If you're doing a logo, if you're doing all these things, you gotta think about how color is going to affect your brand and affect your clients and how they perceive it.
The end.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. We love to have you here. Stick around, leave a comment. Tell us your favorite color. Have a great day. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. We want to connect with you. Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and let us know what brands you want us to break down next. Follow us on social media for more branding insights, and remember, keep building, keep branding, and always brand out.